Day 41, bit of a mixed day for us here to start our week off. Not surprising considering we're going each way on the US dollar. Let's start with the Canadian dollar here. Quite a nice day for us. We're going short on the US dollar against the CAD, and that is what's happened. So at the moment it's looking like it could head towards a bit of a miracle win after how close it got to the stop loss on Friday. It would be really good to see that keep pushing and get to the take profit. Oh yeah. But it does mean on our buy trade on the US dollar Swiss franc, this came down but only a little bit. So the day it was a net positive for us. That's all we can ask for really. Check those other charts. Euro US dollar did have a bit of a retracement red day to start the week, but it is not enough to get the stochastic out of overbought from last week's major run up. What a move, nearly 3% in 1 week. Good for you, Euro US dollar. We do get it on the Euro CAD though. There's the stochastic signal. It was overbought previously at 99.75 on Friday. Down to 90.06 now. We'll take that to the channel, and it's going to be quite a wide one as well. Come back to that in a moment. Not quite on the Euro New Zealand dollar, 96.12, but you can see that stochastic line. It is tilting down ever so slightly. Wouldn't be a signal on this one anyway, judging by the look back period. Just the Euro CAD for us on the stochastic signals then, and let's get that channel now. We're looking for it as a resistance level, and immediately I can see 2 times. Don't need to go back a year. There's the first one. Price goes in, comes right back out. Really nice bounce. Wouldn't mind seeing something like that. Turns, heads back up, and once again we see price closes inside our channel. And there it goes. Makes us feel confident, that's for sure. I've got a feeling, as I said, this channel is going to be pretty wide as is. The ATR's at 118 pips. Where are we at? High to low of the day. 131. So yeah, about another 10% on top of the ATR for it. Since we're already in with the US dollar, Canadian dollar, we can only go for 0.5% capital risk on this one. Can't go in with a full 1%. Sadly not. You can see the risk calculator on screen for the trade. This time we have remembered to convert our trade into Great British Pounds for the risk calculation. And so as it's a pretty wide channel, it's a pretty low volume, only 0.06 standard lots. And we know it's a resistance level coming out of the overbought territory, so it's a sell trade. Let's set our stop loss and take profit. As we said, pretty wide. The stop loss is just above the high of the day, of course. Not quite above yesterday's high, because that did stretch a little bit further. But at least our take profit isn't below the support level. It's got to get through this area here, which has had a bit of a build up of price, so that could be a struggle. Could take a bit of time to get there, but we're happy to wait if it does end in a winner. Let's come back tomorrow, check out how these 3 trades are getting along. Day 42, how are these trades? US dollar Swissy a touch better. US dollar CAD a touch worse, and Euro CAD a little bit against us as well. So mixed day, but no real impact going out there. Nothing much on the macro side of things. Let's check for new signals. Euro Great British Pound finding its way out of the overbought territory. We're only in for 0.5% risk to capital on the Euro CAD, so we can get another 0.5% in the Euro Pound, and not in any Great British Pound trades at the minute. Let's come back to this in a moment. Pound Swissy in the overbought territory, not coming out of there yet. No other stochastic signals. Let's check the channel for resistance level on the Euro Great British Pound. Here we are looking back 1 year then, and it doesn't seem we've actually had it as a resistance level before. We have seen it as support level. Doesn't quite make it there. But here we see it as a support level. This region here, no resistance in there unfortunately, so not a valid signal for us. Still 3 trades going for us though. Hopefully they can all come good tomorrow. Let's have a triple take profit day. Wouldn't that be something? It surely would. All back then. Day 43. Not much going on these charts. Look at that on the US dollar Swiss franc. Pretty doji if you ask me. Not a lot going on there. US dollar CAD. The red today cancelled out the green from yesterday. It puts us back in the money. Oh, £15 up there. Finally, Euro CAD. That's coming down a bit now as well. Nice to see. Means that all 3 of our trades are in the blue. Let's see if there are any other trades waiting to join them. Great British Pound Swiss franc. That stochastic is coming outside the overbought region. It was 95.87 yesterday, currently 92.36. We're only in for 0.5% risk on the US dollar Swiss franc. We are not in any Great British Pound trades. We'll take a look at this one after we finish off checking the stochastics. Going to be a channel going down though. No other currency pairs want to step up. Let's have a look at the Pound Swissy through the support and resistance channel. Okay, looking back a year then. We want it as a resistance level. Plenty of times we can see it as a support level right here, then again, and a 3rd time there before it finally cuts through. Hits the bounce, and we do see it as a resistance level there. Let's zoom into that area so it looks a bit clearer. And we can see price comes in and out of there twice. Over here as well, price comes in and comes back out. So we do have a 2-to-1 entry here. It's going to be a sell trade on the Great British Pound Swiss franc. Our channel, we'll call that 53 pips wide. Not too volatile on this one. And so with a 0.5% risk, we can get in there with a 0.11 standard lots. Naturally selling it off. Here we go, in the market we get. And here we go on our 2-to-1 risk reward ratio, 530 to the stop loss, 1060 points to the take profit. Not too unreasonable here. The stop loss slightly above that high end price. That's good to see. Could certainly see a couple of red candles coming out of here. Good to have some opportunity before it disappears forever. And that makes it 4 trades for us that we're in now. So hope they're doing all good when we come back tomorrow. Day 44. Our Great British Pound Swiss franc trade didn't get much of a chance. Went straight to the stop loss today. Yikes. Sad times. 48.71 loss from that. No good. Meanwhile, the US dollar Swiss franc's hanging in there. That pushed a bit more for us, around about £37 up now. US dollar CAD, that went against us. Did look like it was going to go in our favour, but back up it came as a result of the inflation print numbers today. £7 down on it. And Euro CAD, that went against us as well. Still a bit of distance between us and the stop loss, but quite the run is needed to get it down to the take profit level. It's going to take a while if we are going to get there. Let's check those other charts. Aussie CAD goes overbought now. Australian dollar Swiss franc, though, that doesn't make it there in the end. Had a huge push up. How far is that? Around about 0.87%. But it's come all the way back down. What a day. Let's have a look on the 15-minute chart. Wow, what a downtrend. Good luck if you're in on that. Great British Pound, Japanese yen, that's overbought now. There's been a few currencies that have gone overbought against the yen today. Hopefully we get a return on them tomorrow. And there is only one night left for us to take entry signals. That'll be tomorrow. Any trades that we do have, we'll let them play out naturally. We won't end them early, but only one more day to get us into some trades. Hopefully we do get in 3 or 4 trades. That would be quite nice. We need something really big to try and get back to profit. Doesn't really seem possible at all, but it's not statistically impossible, and that's all we need. Let's come back tomorrow. Day 45, last day of entry signals. Let's check our trades first. US dollar Swiss franc, pretty flat again. Same as yesterday, made a push, came back down towards the open. US dollar CAD, that went pretty poorly for us. Still not to the stop loss though. And the fact that it did go badly means that the Euro CAD, that went well for us. Made a real push there before pulling back. One more time. Let's see if we can find some signals out there. Australian dollar Swiss franc, that was so close. Yesterday got to 94.39 on Stochastic. It's dropped today, so had it got ever so slightly higher above 95, we would have had a signal there. No such joy. But we do get it on the Australian dollar Japanese yen. Nice to see. Signal there on the Stochastic. And the Swiss franc Japanese yen as well. And the Euro Japanese yen coming through. What a volatile day on the Euro Japanese yen pair. If we do get a signal to enter here, it's going to take a while to resolve itself, I would imagine, at a 2-to-1 risk reward. And of course we get it on the Great British Pound Japanese yen. Look at that, getting it on the New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar as well. It was 95.12, just about above that overbought territory yesterday. And now it's dropped 93.39, so we get a signal there as well. Our first non-Japanese yen signal. We don't get the New Zealand dollar Japanese yen though. It didn't go overbought yesterday, finished 94.64 on the Stochastic. But that is it for the Stochastics. We've got 5 signals, and let's start taking a deeper look. Let's get some channels down, starting with the Australian dollar Japanese yen. And without needing to go back a while, I can see one time here that came into the area and bounced back out. And we've also got a second one just recently. Not a real push, but it did close inside the channel and then finished outside. So 2-to-1 potential on the Australian dollar Japanese yen. Swiss franc Japanese yen, I can see 2-to-1 here as well. One back here, October 20th, it goes into the channel, immediately comes back out. And then more of a bounce further up. There it closes 1st November, and then it does have a bit of a rundown. That's what we'll be hoping for. See if he can get to this support level if we do get in. It's 2-to-1 risk reward ratio trade there on the Swiss franc Japanese yen. Here's the Euro Japanese yen. What a wide channel. Immediately I can see one time here. This is crazy with this kind of channel. Of course you're going to get an entry signal from this, and it's going to be 2-to-1. There's loads of times. Because why wouldn't there be when it's this size? Not super useful for us, but 2-to-1 risk reward ratio there as well. And 2-to-1 on the pound yen as well. Don't have to scroll back at all. We can see price goes in here, bounces back out. In fact, we got a winning trade out of that one right there. That was pretty nice. And then even more recently, we saw it come up into the channel here, and then a couple candles there close just outside it. So we got our 2-to-1 on the pound yen as well. That is a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio on all 4 of those currency pairs against the Japanese yen. Since it's the last day, we'll go in on all of them and we'll allocate 0.5% risk to each of those trades. More risk than we'd usually be comfortable with, but why not? Caution to the wind. Let's just check our New Zealand dollar CAD signal before we jump into those yen trades. Here we're looking for it as a resistance level. We're actually not going to get the signal on this pair by the look of it. Is there a close one nearby? Yeah, actually we can take a 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Here it closes outside the channel, comes back inside, and then carries on downward. That's all we need. We don't quite get the 2-to-1 from there. That is so close. But we'll go 1-to-1, and we'll just put a 0.5% risk on this one as well. So that'll be 5 trades we're going in on. Australian dollar, Japanese yen to get us started. That channel is 123 pips. So that's the risk calculation. It is going to be 0.06 standard loss. And we'll sell off the market. 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. There it is. Quite a way away for that take profit, but let's hope we get there. It was a volatile day on the yen currencies. Swiss franc, Japanese yen up next. It's another sell trade. This time 106 pips. Not too dissimilar this time at 0.07 standard loss. And there's the 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio on that one, and it is on that support level. Very nice, that's what we want to see. Let's get that down. Euro, Japanese yen. This was the crazy one. People mostly concerned about war between Russia and Ukraine. So we get a drop of about a 1.5%, and we're looking at 225 pips here. Kind of crazy. We've had 2 losing trades on this one and 1 winner. You betcha that we want to level that off with 2 wins to 2 losses, and we do get a very small volume level, 0.03 lots from this. That is that wide channel that's doing it to us. This is going to be a little crazy on the 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Wow, is that far away? Holy moly. What a drop. It's going to take some time for that to resolve, as we said. Or probably it'll just go straight for the stop loss day 1 or something. Last yen trade, a Great British Pound, Japanese yen, 183 pips. Again, pretty volatile. So it's a low volume to compensate, 0.04 standard lots. And it's a Japanese yen, so that means it's a sell trade. Japanese yen, always the quote currency. It's going to be another wide take profit level. At least this one's pretty clear to us though. Not too bad actually. And at least this stop loss is above the high of the whole range as well. Could well be coming back down. Don't hate this one. Let's not forget our New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar trade though. Channel here a bit more quieter today, 43 pips. And so it certainly is a bigger volume in response, 0.19 standard lots. Still a sell trade though, plenty of resistance levels around. It'll be 430 and 430. Pretty reasonable on this one as well. I could certainly see us getting to the take profit, but I could also see us getting to the stop loss as well. Who knows? Spin the wheel. That is plenty of trades for us though. Even though we're currently £360 down for the strategy as a whole, there is a chance that if all of these get to the take profit, maybe, just maybe, we can get across that line and make the strategy look a little bit profitable. You never know. But if any trades are going to get us there, these are going to be the ones. As we know, there will be no more entry signals. So from now on, we'll only be checking in with these trades. Let's finish off week 9 with having a little look at our journal. You can see all the losses as clear as day. Oh yes. End of week 9 journal. Still got that week 3 trade open, the US dollar Swiss franc. It's been going almost a month and a half. No reason that it couldn't go another month and a half. Or go all the rest of the year maybe. If price wants to keep on ranging, then that's what it wants to do. Plenty of open trades as we saw. Most of them came tonight. 5 of them for the last day. And let's not forget we did have 2 earlier in the week though. That Euro CAD came on the Monday. And on the Wednesday we had the pound Swiss franc, although that was gone by the Thursday afternoon. Took us right out. And US dollar CAD still up from the week before, right at the start of that 31st of January. It means total we are going to have 24 trades for the strategies. There are no more entries, so that'll be the final number there. Over 45 days of taking entries, that ends up at just shy of a trade every other day. Don't know if you really want trades that regular, maybe not in this instance. You don't mind if they're winners, obviously. But to get this strategy overall in the green, to get these bigger numbers green down the bottom here, we are going to need all of this to be filled green by the time we are done. We need every one of those Japanese yen trades to go to the take profit. They could take a while, or you never know, they could all immediately hit the stop loss in the first few days of trading. Let's hope the Stochastic knows the signals. We'll be checking in on these trades.